Okay, in this video we're going to build on those simple ideas that we began with the head, the oval and construction lines, then moving to the ball and plane, plotting features. Next step is angular drawing on top of that. We're going to do this fairly quickly. I don't want this to be a really long video, just to kind of give you the idea. You're familiar with angular drawing, so it shouldn't be too much of a leap for you to take. All right, so I've got a head off camera here that's below my eye level. It's turned relative to me, so it's a 3/4 position below my eye level, and there's no tilt left or right or up or down to it. So I start off with my oval shape, head, neck, shoulders, and so 3/4 position. Since it's below my eye level, my eye line is going to be concave, like this. When I move to the ball and plane idea now, I'm going to expect the head to sort of come out this way a little bit, right? So my ball goes this way a little bit. Angles. And my angles come down to the jawline, over to the chin over, and then I'm just coming straight up to the other cheekbone. I don't see the jawline on that other side. And as I do this, I want to adjust the neck. The neck's going to come over a little bit. Okay, so I got my head in 3/4. As you're doing the ball and plane, you can look at the model and you're not copying the model. This is, it's just a symbol for the head, really. But you can start, unlike the oval, you can start taking the ball and plane, you can start pushing the proportions of it to get a little bit closer to what you see in terms of those essential, like height versus width ideas in that particular head, so that when you go to the angular drawing, you're not really far off in terms of proportions. Okay, so now plotting the features, eyes midway, the brow, nose about halfway between the brow and the bottom of the chin, bottom of the bottom lip, halfway between the nose and the chin. Now all of these things are below my eye level, so all those distances as they get further below me, they're foreshortening a little bit more. So I just want to keep that in mind. As I'm plotting these book proportions, I might push them a little bit just to conform to my perspective. So now we'll move to the angular drawing. So with the angular drawing, I'm going to take just one pass through and sort of put in the largest angles, and then because I want to kind of keep things in a workable state, so that I can, once I get all the angles in, I want to be able to step back, look at the proportions, make changes. So I don't want to commit too early to smaller details at the beginning. First thing I'm going to deal with is the mass of the hair. That's a big shape on the shape of the head, so I'm going to find that shape. And one thing that's really helpful, the reason I'm keep looking at the cameras, it reverses the image so that it allows me to see it in kind of a naive way or an objective way. It's very easy to get conditioned to your drawing very, very quickly. So if you have a little mirror that you can use, it helps you periodically sort of check your proportions and just what your drawing really looks like. So it's a helpful tool to have or to use. Okay. All right, so there's the mass of the hair. And then as I go around the head, again, just the biggest angle. So say like, from the forehead down down to the eye, and then I break into the eye. And then the cheekbone comes out, and then down to the chin, cheekbone over here. Okay. And as you start putting in the angles, you can get rid of the underdrawing. So these early construction lines, if they start getting in the way, just go ahead and get rid of them so that you can see what you're doing a little bit more clearly. Now, with the features, your first go through, explicitly try to keep from drawing a boundary all the way around the feature. So don't put lines on both sides of the nose and come all the way around. Once you lock in the feature like that, it's a little bit more, it's a little bit harder emotionally to then change it later. So what I try to do the first go through is kind of establish the limits of the features, up and down and side to side, like where are they in that little area of the face. Try to pick the major lines that you think are the most important ones that describe it. So say like with the nose, I might look at the nose and I might see that, okay, well, I'm gonna start the top, show where the top of it is. It sort of breaks in from the orbit, and then this side sort of comes down this way, and then I break in towards the nostril. And then I might just find the limit on this side of like the nostril on this side, and then just leave it there for the moment, like not wrap a line all the way around it. Same thing for the mouth, like where are the limits of the mouth, side to side, up and down. So I might draw a little bit of the top lip just to tell myself, okay, where exactly is the high point of the lips, and then where's the low part, so like the lower lip, where's that going to be? With the eyes, we've got the brow, find the limit of the brow. And then the top lid, so the bottom lid, line for the top lid, bottom lid, might sort of indicate, very simply, like where the iris is located. Within the eyes, I've got these. All right, so this might be just my first go through. Just kind of sort of hacking out the main angles that I see in the head, sort of getting everything placed. And then once that's done, I can step back and start thinking about these large, the large proportions, and see if I have to make any adjustments, because it's still in a pretty simple state, So if I have to, if I have to come in and change, say like the width of the head, or have to make it longer, have to make it wider, I'm in a place where that's pretty easy to do because all my lines are still pretty simple. Okay.